Hi angels, welcome back to another video. I'm Bianca and I'm here to help you achieve your dreams. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe and also click on the bell so that you don't miss whenever I upload brand new content. Also, follow me over on Instagram where I share daily tips and advice that you won't find here on YouTube. As you can tell by the title, today we're going to be chatting about how to create financial security as a model. So if you are a new model or you are an aspiring model or you're just curious to find out how you can actually become financially secure in this industry, then keep on watching this video. Before we continue, let me know in the comments down below if financial security as a model has ever been a concern for you, and if you're keen to figure out how you can actually achieve that. Let me know down below. So the first thing we're going to chat about is payments and how payments actually work. So typically your agency will deduct 20% from your entire rate, and then there'll also be a percentage that goes to tax, which is about 25%, and you can claim this back during tax season. So if you've just signed with an agency and you're unsure as to how it all works, don't be afraid to ask them to explain how it's going to work to manage your money, how you get paid and all of that. It's really important that your agency is open with you and that they definitely disclose this information. This shouldn't be a secret. This shouldn't be something that you're shy to speak about or feel awkward about. You know, sometimes it can get this way when we're chatting about money, but at the end of the day, you are working and you deserve to get paid, and you also deserve to know how payments actually are going to work. Since we're speaking about agencies and them breaking down how payments work, it's really important to remember that if an agency ever asks you to pay for a joining fee, that this is a huge red flag. A top agency should never ask you to pay a joining fee. I have a video on modeling scams to look out for, which I'll link for you down below, and you can watch it after this one. So a frequent question that I get asked quite often is, how long does it take for you to get paid? So this can range anywhere between 60 to 90 days, and in some cases, which we obviously hope won't happen, it can be a little bit longer. Sometimes there are delays with client payments, and these things do happen. However, I would say on average it's about 90 days. I know guys, it's about 3 months before you can expect to get paid. This is totally normal, so don't get freaked out or feel like you're being scammed if you hear this. It's very, very normal, and this is how payment works within our industry. Having said this, because payments take so long to show up in your bank account, it's really important to learn how to save and to budget from the get-go. So let's talk how to sustain yourself. Alright, so we've already discussed that it takes a little bit of time for you to start generating income and for it to actually finally hit your account. So let's touch on how to sustain yourself as a model. Alright, so we've spoken about the fact that payments will only happen typically between 60 to 90 days. And so what do we do in between while we're waiting for this money? This is when I would suggest you look at a hobby or any passions that you have and create a side hustle. You guys, there's nothing wrong with doing more than one job. I have had to expand my streams of income and have multiple streams of income. This is also really cool because if you're not shooting every single day, which guys, I've shot multiple campaigns, but I'm not shooting every single day. I'm not shooting Sunday to Sunday. I do have days in between, sometimes even weeks, sometimes even months where I'm not working. And so what am I going to do in between that? I would suggest looking at hobbies that you like, passions that you have, and finding a way to actually monetize that. This could be baking, photography, editing. It could be anything that you are super passionate about, and you can take this and actually monetize it. Another example is like personal training, anything that you can do that is flexible. Again, everything is so last minute and you need to be ready as in yesterday for a job or for a casting, and so it's really important to just find your passions, find your hobbies, things that you really love doing apart from modeling, and monetize that as well. You can even venture into the influencer space if this is something that you're interested in. This is a really great great way to make money. A lot of the money that I make every single month is from influencer campaigns. I've worked with a number of different brands to create content for them, and in return, of course, I will get paid for this service. If you're looking at getting into that, I'll definitely suggest researching how to get into the influencer space and how to contact brands and, you know, start collaborating and working with them and actually getting paid to create content for them. So now you're making money. We've got a side hustle, we've figured out how long it takes to get paid, you're starting to make money as a model, but how do we budget it all? And this is when it's really important to learn how to save and how to budget well, so that you don't get like a really great payment or really awesome months of money and then you spend it all, and then you spend the next 3 to 6 months or however long dry and no money and stress and trying to make ends meet. So this is when budgeting really comes into play, and I must honestly say, you guys, this has helped me, it's a proper life skill that I've learned from being a model. I've learned how to save money, I've learned how to budget, I've learned how to not spend unnecessarily. This used to be a big issue of mine, like impulse spending. It's still, you know, I'm still working on it, but I must say that in this industry I've had to learn how to make my money last. So a few things you can look at doing is, the minute a paycheck comes in, saving at least 5 to 10% of that paycheck. Create a savings account that you cannot access immediately. There's a lot of 30-day notice savings account, and you can only access that money within 30 days. So if you really need it, you'll have to put in an application, and then the money will be released to you after 30 days. Start saving, you guys. It's so important, because as life goes on, you know, we need money, and money goes like this as well. So if you can instill that discipline to save a little bit, you know, 5%, 10%, and this can even look, let's give an example. Let's say you get 500 Rand for a shoot or for whatever, your side hustle. Alright, save 10% of that, and 10% of 500 Rand is 50 Rand. So we don't have to look at huge, massive numbers, but as long as you're saving something little, it's really going to go a long way. The next thing I would suggest is to create a monthly budget for all of your expenses and try your best to stay within that. So whether it's groceries or petrol, or, you know, money for your social activities, shopping, you know, clothes, things for your house. I'm such like a lover of plants. I have so many plant babies, and I have so many times where I have to be like, do I really need another plant? Like, do I need it or do I want it, you know? And also, it's not to say that you should deprive yourself and not spoil yourself. Of course, do that. But if you can create a monthly budget, it will be so much better for you, because then you'll know, this week I can only spend 500 Rand, for example, on groceries, and I need to stick within that. And that's an example of something that I do. So I shop for my groceries weekly. I don't go and do one big shop, because I've found that I'll do that and then sometimes some of the food will go off, and, you know, then it's a waste of money. Then I need to go and spend more money. So what I do is, every single week I have my grocery list, and then I will shop for my groceries in that way. So of course, do what works for you. I'm just sharing what I do and what works for me. Use it, don't use it, but yes, create a monthly budget so that you can manage your expenses. Okay, and then the last thing is to save on costs where you can. So it's very easy to spend money that we don't actually need to spend. And for example, I used to spend money on iced coffees, and guys, it all adds up. And this is something that I had to change very quickly. And what I do now is, I have my own ice at home, I have my own coffee, I have my own milk, and I'll just make my own iced coffee at home. I can have as many as I want, I can have them whenever I want, and it's so much more cheaper than going into a coffee shop and ordering an iced coffee every time that you're out and about. Another example is, whenever I go to put petrol in my car, you know, cool, I'm putting the petrol in, and then I go straight into the store and I'm buying gum, I'm buying a Red Bull, I'm just things that I don't actually need. And you don't realize how these things actually add up until, you know, you're reaching towards the end of the month and you're like, oh my goodness, like maybe I shouldn't have spent 25 Rand on a can of Red Bull, and not only one, you know, it's like every time I'm going into the petrol station, I'm going into the store and I'm spending money on unnecessary things. Another thing is also shopping when you haven't really budgeted or planned for it. This used to get me all the time. I'll see a cute dress, I'll see cute shoes, and I'm like, let me just get it, you know, like No, I don't actually need it, I want it. And so this is really important to make sure that the things that you are actually spending money on are things that you really need. And this is especially for the beginning phase of your modeling career, you know, learning how to manage your money, etc. And I really feel like these skills are something that you can carry on even when you start making a lot more money than you are to begin with. You know, these are important qualities and skills to have actually in life in general. So definitely try and cut down unnecessary spending, unnecessary costs, things that aren't a necessity. When it comes to shopping for clothes and things like that, I thought I'd just throw this in there that you don't have to always go into a store and buy something brand new. There are so many incredible sites for pre-loved items, and a site that I absolutely love is Yaga. They have a selection of different things you can get: makeup, bags, shoes, clothes, you know, just all of that. It's really amazing, and it's actually at a little bit of a less price because it is pre-owned and pre-loved, you know, but this is a really good option to look at if you're trying to still look cool but save a little bit of money. Alright, so that is how you can actually create financial security for yourself as a model. Let me know in the comments down below if this video was helpful for you, and also let me know which tip that I've mentioned today that you are going to start off with. I really hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure that you click that like button because it really does support my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and also click on the bell because I upload content every single week. And also head on over to my Instagram where I share daily tips and advice that you won't find here on YouTube. As always, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!